I just built this n8n agent that automates viral shorts like this one on autopilot. These types of videos are starting to become really popular, and right now it's a great moment to create these videos before it becomes saturated. Don't miss on this opportunity. And the best part is that you can export it with just one click. Just go to our community, then select the workflow, click on the one-click setup, and click on the Google Drive link. After opening, just download it. Then, on your n8n instance, just create a new workflow and click on the three dots. Select Import from and select the workflow. After that, you will have the full workflow ready to start generating videos on autopilot. This community is brand new, and as an early member, you will be a founding member and you will have priority support by me, plus access to all the courses and all the templates ready to import with just one click, so you can start growing from day one. If you prefer to do it yourself, just follow the tutorial and you will have the workflow ready in no time. Let's get started. First, create a new workflow. This time, I'm going to include a very important step to not generate duplicate videos. So let's get started. First, let's create a schedule, trigger, and call it. After that, we're going to get the current videos from the Google Sheet. Google Sheet, read sheet. Let me find read. Here is get rows in sheet, which is what I want. Now, from the document, I'm going to select famous brand sheet. And the sheet, we will select sheet 1. To create your own template here, it's really simple. Just go to our community and on the node to get the current videos, click on the template Google Drive link. It will take you to this place. You can just click on File and make a copy. And name it as you want. I called mine famous brand sheet. And that's it. Now, here I will get no output. Look, no output. To avoid this, it's important to toggle on always output data. This will make us output data even though we don't have any rows. Right now, we don't have anything here. That's why it's not outputting anything. But now we are going to create some data. The next step is to generate the video ideas. For this, we are going to use a basic LLM chain and going to call it generate video idea. For this, we are going to define it below and we can go back to our community, select generate video idea and copy and paste this prompt. Right now, the node is not called correctly, so let's rename this one to its correct naming, which is get current videos. It's important that it has a correct name or this won't work. Now it works. It knows that it's empty, basically. And I tell it to create a structure with a category and 4 brands. And it's basically going to create the video idea. Now we have to set the model, we are going to use OpenRouter because it's the easiest one to set up with GPT-4o Mini, which is really cheap. And for the output parser, we are selecting structured output parser because we want to have an exact output style with the category plus the 4 brands. So we just copy this and paste it here. And this way it knows how the output should be. Let's generate the video idea. Okay, it's about electric vehicles. So that's great. If you want to try more ideas, for example, right now, this one, you can just run this test again and it will generate more ideas. For example, smartphone brands. That sounds awesome. Let's continue with that. The next step is to store the video idea. And for this, we are going to use a Google Sheet to update rows in Sheet. And we are, instead of updating, we are going to append a new row. And we are going to update the famous brand sheets. And we are going to use sheet 1. And then we are going to map each category. So category here, brand 1 here, brand 2 here, brand 3 here, and brand 4 here. Now it will update the file. Great. Now if we go back here, we can see that it has the new row. And we are going to make a video about this, which sounds awesome. Okay, let's organize everything a little. Let me add a small note here. And this looks great. It's awesome. Now, the next step is to generate the details for the video. So we are going to use a basic LLM chain. Again, we are going to define it below, and we are going to rename this to generate update details. Generate upload details. Now, for the prompt, we are going to use this one. Let's watch it. Basically, it creates a title, a description, and the keywords so we can positionate our video successfully for SEO purposes on YouTube. Now, we have to connect a model. So let's do that. But first, let me organize everything because I like it to be like really clean. So we select Open Router model. That works. I'll put it here. And for the output parser, we are going to use another output parser, which is this one, just to make sure that the output is exactly as we want. So we want a title, a description, and some comma separated keywords. So that's great. Let's test it. Great. That's a nice title, some nice description, and great keywords for our video. So the next step is to split the brands. For this, we're going to create a code node just to to start generating the images on parallel so we make this video faster. It's really simple. We are going to just call it this split the brands. Split the brands. And we're going to use this code node, which basically takes all the brands, which is Apple, Samsung, Google, and OnePlus, and just creates an array with them. And that's it. It's as simple as that. But the good part is that it returns 4 items, which now we are going to use to create all the images and everything on parallel. So the next step is to create the prompts. For this, we are going to use another basic LLM chain. And we are going to call it generate prompts. We are going to require a specific output format, define the prompt, and this is the prompt generator, which is the best part of this video because it creates the image, the video, and the sounds prompt. Let's put it on expression, and here it is. Basically, I'm telling it to create an image prompt, a video prompt, an audio prompt, and I'm giving it some example outputs and some quality checks before it returns it. Now we have to make sure that it returns the correct data. So here, let me first put a sticker here so it looks good. We're going to use Open Router again with that model, which is really, really cheap. That's why I use it. It's really good and really cheap. And now the structured output parser. And for this, it's going to use the prompts schema, which is this one. Basically, we want the brand, the image prompt, the video prompt, and the audio prompt to be returned from this call. And we can just test it. Great, and it generated the 4 items, which are this one, the McDonald's, Starbucks, Coca-Cola, Starbucks. I got confused here completely. Let me remove this. This is a system prompt, and I made it a user prompt, and it's not the correct way. So here, it's the generate prompts schema, and it says here that it's a system prompt. So let's not forget about that. We go back here, change it to expression, and put the system prompt. This will guide the AI to know how I want the prompt to look like. And now it's as simple as put it the prompt here. Basically here, we generate the video idea, we get the video idea category like this, then select type brand, 2 dots, and the brand. And it says is that it's a smartphone brand Apple, and it knows what we are talking about. And we just tested. Great. Yeah, now it returned the correct prompt. Apple, Samsung, Google, and OnePlus. Great. Now it's time to generate the image, which is really simple. We just make an HTTP request. HTTP request. And we are going to make a post request to wrongware. So just copy this URL. If you are unsure, just go to the community, select generate image, and here's the URL. After for authentication, we just go to generate credential type, header auth, and select wrongware. If you don't know how to generate your credentials for wrongware, in our classroom, go to API keys, and then go to wrongware AI. And here it's a tutorial with a video tutorial on how to generate your own API keys. Now let's go back to our class, and we're going to send the headers, and basically we're going to select the content type as application/JSON. And for the body, we are going to send some JSON, and we are going to use JSON to send it. And this is the JSON to generate the image. In this step, it's really important to select a better image model. That's why I'm using FluxDev. FluxDev has really good image generation, and it's not that expensive. So you will find how expensive it is because I include the costs to generate the images, and it's not that expensive. Here is the prompt. I use some replaces just to clean it up so it doesn't break. And this is the image width and height and the steps and everything. All this is here, so if you want to copy it and paste it, it's as simple as doing that. Now let's create it. Let's run it. Let's not forget to rename it to generate image. Great. Let's watch one image. Great. It's an awesome image. Now let's go back to our next step, which is to generate the video. The next step is the image to video node. So we are going to create an HTTP request again. and we are going to create a request to AI ML API. As previously, if you have questions, just follow the community tutorial that I have in the API classroom. It's going to be a post request, and for the authentication, we select header auth and AI ML API. Now for the headers, we select content type as application/JSON, and for the body, we select using JSON and paste this. If you have questions, just go back here and go to the image to video node, and this is the content of the input. And now let's rename it to image to video. Let's review it. Basically, we select a duration of 5 seconds in this aspect ratio using Clink 1.6 with this prompt, which is this one. And this is the base image URL that we are using. Now let's run it. Great. All the videos are queued. Now it's time to wait. For this, we are going to create a wait node. And for the time, we're going to select 10 minutes. Just to make sure that we waited the correct amount of time and we tested. While it's running, I'm going to style this a little bit. So just put here this, and that's it. I'm going to pause the video and continue when it's finished. This early part of the workflow is really important because it allows you to generate videos without duplicating yourself. Each time that you generate a new video, a new row is created here, and here we get the current videos. And when we generate the video idea, we make sure that we don't use the same video idea that we already have. This way, you can keep generating videos without you having to modify anything, because this will look into older videos automatically and make sure to not duplicate them. This is the best part about this tutorial, that we're able to generate videos without you creating manually the table and making sure that all the videos are unique and different. After the wait node is completed, we have to get the video. So we are going to make an HTTP request again. We're going to call it this get video. So it's really simple and easy to understand what we're doing. This time it's a get the request because we are getting a video. And for this, we are going to select a generic credential type header auth. And then we are going to use AI ML. Yeah, that one. And when we are now need to send query parameters, and we need the generation ID, and it's this ID. And that's it. We test the step, and great. They are all completed. Completed, 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 and completed. Now, let me make this look beautiful. Great. The next step is to generate the sounds. This is optional. If you don't want to generate sounds, you can omit the sounds or add music. But I'm going to generate sounds. So for this, I'm going to use an HTTP request to 11 Labs. So it's going to be a post request, and we're going to name it this generate sound. And it's going to be to the 11 Labs API. And for the authentication, we're going to select generic credential type, then header auth, and then 11 Labs. Remember, if you have questions, you can go back to the classroom, select API keys, and select 11 Labs. And here you can follow this tutorial to get your own API keys. After that, we're going to select send a body, and we're going to send JSON using JSON. And this is the prompt. Basically, we put the prompt that we use to generate the prompts, which is this one, the audio prompt. So this is the audio prompt. And we limit it to 400 characters because that's the limit on 11 Labs. And we make it last for 5 seconds. And that's it. Just test the step. Great. The node was executed successfully. If for some reason it fails, you can turn on retry on fail if yours is failing. And here you can listen to the music, but I'm going to wait until the video is finished to listen to it. So now I'm going to organize this a little so it looks clean. And the next step is to upload the file to Google Drive. So for this, we are going to use a Google Drive node, and it's going to be an upload file. I'm going to call it upload mp3. And it's a file upload, getting the data attribute. And for the file name, we're going to get the JSON ID, this. But I'm going to split it because I don't want to get all the JSON ID. I'm going to split it by the two dots. So I'm going to put this. Basically, this splits by the two dots and gets the first part. Now I have to make sure that that's an MP3, so I put MP3. And that's it. This is the file name. I want to make sure where to save it. I'm going to save it in Famous Brand Sounds. Great. This is a great place to save it. So I'm going to test it. All the files are saved now. The next step is to share them because right now they are private and they need to be public. So the render script can fetch them. So we are going to select Google Drive and then going to select share file. And which file do we want to share? We are going to select by ID and we are going to select the uploaded file ID. And we have to select the permissions as role writer and the type anyone. So anyone can write to it. And we want to allow file discovery. And that's it. We are going to name this grant access. And let's test it. Great. Now it has allow file discovery to true and anyone can write to it. Let me make it look good. Great. The next step is to render the video. For this, I'm going to use a code node. This is going to be really, really simple because we are not just going to take the videos, we are going to join them together, and we are going to add the music. It's a really, really simple piece of script. You can just go here on the render script and copy it. It's only 100 lines without the comments, and it runs really fast. I'm going to call it render script. And test it. Great. It ran. Now the next step is to execute it. Now this is an important step. The execute command, it's only available on the self-hosted version of n8n. If you're using the cloud version, this won't work. So if you have questions, you can always go back here to our community. And here I show how to self-host n8n completely for free. But if you want to use your own VPS, you can also use it. This way you will have the execute command ready to generate the videos without you having to pay expensive subscriptions like Creator that charges $49 each month. We can just skip all this and just render everything directly on n8n, and this is really cheap and it delivers great results. So it's the best way to do it this way. And for this, we're just going to drag and drop the command and run it by clicking on test step. I'm going to rename this to render execution, which is what we are doing right now. Here, it's really important that if you follow our tutorial, here I show you how to install n8n using Docker And a really important part is that to set the default binary data mode to file system. If this is not file system, the system won't be able to handle all this rendering on memory. This is a simple change. With just changing this variable, it will save it to a file system that then can be retrieved or used as likely. This setup allows you to not have to pay on Creatomate or any other render tool that you might have to pay. This is why I really encourage you to use the self-hosted version of n8n. Let me organize everything a little so it looks cleaner. Great. Great. The node was executed successfully. Now the last step is to just get the video from the disk. So we are going to write from disk, read files from disk. And for this, I'm going to name it get video from disk. For the file, it's as simple as going to the render script and selecting the file path. And that's it. Here we have the correct file path, and we just test the step. Great, here is the video. Let's watch it. And that's it. That's the video. The next step is just to publish it to all the social media platforms. So first, let's publish it to YouTube. For this, we are going to upload a video. For the title, we are going to select JSON. We are going to go to the generate upload details, and we are going to drag and drop the title. If it goes red, just change item to first, and it will work. For the region code, I'm going to use United States. For the category name, it's going to be entertainment. And the other options, I'm going to add a description, which is this one. Let's make use first instead of item. For the privacy status, I'm going to use public because I want them to be public right away. And for the tags, I'm going to use these keywords. So it's positioned SEO. It's SEO friendly, basically. And let's test this step. If it says invalid request and it says that it has invalid video keyword, you can just remove the keywords and make sure to test it again. And that's it. The video was published successfully. If the video didn't publish, it's important to make sure that your n8n instance has the n8n binary field to file system, not memory, or it won't work. The next step is to upload it to TikTok and to Instagram. So let's add those. They are going to be HTTP requests. And we are going to make the request to upload post. So it's a post request. And for the authentication, we select generic credential type header of and upload post. For the body, select form data. And the name is going to be title. And the value, it's going to be the title. So it's generic video idea, no, not video idea, upload details, title. Let's remember to change it to first instead of item, and it will work. The next part is to add the platform. For this, we need another form data. We are going to name it platform, and the value is going to be TikTok. We are going to add another one. which is going to be the user, just like this. And the value it's going to be, in my case, minted wealth, because that's my user. And lastly, it's the 9910 binary field, which is going to be the video, and the value is going to be data. And that's it. You can run this request and it will upload your video to TikTok. I won't run it because I don't have a TikTok account, but if you have, you can just run it like that. Now I'm going to copy this note and paste it, because this is as simple as just copying it and pasting it and then rename it to Instagram and then just changing the platform to Instagram. And that's it. So we here, instead of TikTok, it's Instagram, and that's it. You can just run it and publish it to Instagram. And this is the full workflow. The first part, make sure that the video is not duplicated. Then we generate the details, upload like the title, the description, and the keywords. Then we generate the images. We animate the images and then generate sounds for the images. After that, we render the video and we upload it to all the social media that we want. And that's it. All the workflow ready to run and start producing videos on autopilot. Now, don't forget to save it and turn it active so it can generate videos on autopilot. Thank you so much for watching.